Hi, I'm Pip Waller and this is Being Human, a vlog where I talk about what it means to be a person alive in the 21st century. That is, a being with a body, with feelings, emotions, with a mind, and with that thing that's not so easy to define, that mysterious aspect, which we'll call spirit. So today I'm going to talk about a really interesting insight that I learned from Ayurvedic medicine, which was about the levels of treatment, a way of thinking about health and how to look after yourself, and when you might need to have treatment, what kind of treatment is appropriate. So the first level, in order to be healthy, the first thing that's necessary is looking after yourself well, having a lifestyle that is set up in such a way that health is encouraged. That means the way that you eat is suitable for you and healthy. The work-life balance, the work-play balance is healthy. It means, well, for the Ayurvedic tradition, that ancient tradition, it means a healthy spiritual life and a daily spiritual practice. It means sensible and healthful exercise, and so on and so forth. That's the basic requirements for health. First of all, lifestyle, self-care. Then, if something goes wrong, you're doing all that and you get ill, something goes wrong, then you'd look at treating yourself with herbs, or it might be, your auntie or your granny, or, actually not so very long ago, everybody had a family member that knew something about herbs. That's been lost more and more since after the Industrial Revolution, obviously where people aren't so close and connected to nature. But self-medication, you could say, through the use of plants. So this series, Being Human, will talk about how to treat yourself with herbs. But one great example of that you could think about is the Mediterranean diet, which is very well known to be particularly healthful. And, the famous sort of players in that, which often get the credit for the health, are the olive oil and the garlic, and the fact that there's a lot of vegetables. But actually, the Mediterranean diet involves daily quantities of fresh herbs. That's a big part of it. And that kind of, that way of living, that's very, very beneficial to your health. So anyway, what do you do if you still get ill? Well, then you would go and see the herbalist, the Ayurvedic doctor, and you might get some medicines, some herbs to take home and brew up. And, you get somebody who's a professional who knows how to think about you. So I'm not suggesting that would be an Ayurvedic herbalist now, but a herbalist or a homeopath or somebody, a naturopath, somebody that's got more of a training and knowledge about how to treat things more complex. Now, what do you do if that doesn't work? Well, the next level up of treatment in Ayurveda was going on a serious retreat, what's now commonly called panchakarma. Actually, panch means 5, so panchakarma, you to have a full panchakarma, you'd have to go for probably about 3 months, but you can have one of them in maybe 3 or 4 weeks. And that means an intensive stay in a sort of retreat centre or hospital, being given really good, very simple food, or perhaps semi-fasting, and having a programme of intensive daily treatments, which is all geared towards detoxification. That would be that next level to treat illness. And then, so if that doesn't work, then what do you do? Well, then the next level, and that's only when you would try chemotherapy, which means serious drugs, like poisons even, you could say, which will have a powerful effect, but will always have some sort of toll in the future, and or surgery. And actually they did have in ancient times in Ayurveda, did use surgical methods, but they always had the hard drugs, the full-on chemotherapy or drugs like that, and surgery were the last resort to restore health, rather than the first, because they always come with side effects. What we've now become accustomed to thinking, well, side effects, they're always there in medicine, because they actually are always there with drugs and with surgery. And it's not to say that there's never a place for drugs and surgery, but it's that you can see, I'm sure, that we've got this situation now in our industrialised, modern, Western world, where the first call is drugs and surgery for most people. And we pay very little attention to diet. Our medicine pays very little attention to diet. certainly doesn't use herbal medicine and natural remedies, doesn't understand about the more intensive detox treatment, which includes certain kinds of massage, would include purging, like enemas, or sometimes vomiting, or sometimes herbs that will make the bowels open, basically getting the toxins out of the body. Our medicine, Western medicine, goes straight to drugs and surgery, and that's why it's actually now iatrogenic disease, which means disease caused by going to the doctor, is now the third leading cause of death in the United States. So 5 levels of treatment. The first one is self-care and getting your lifestyle right, and that's what this Being Human is going to be all about. Self-care, then treating yourself with herbs, then going to the herbalist, then the intensive full-on detox, and then only then drugs and surgery. I'm Pip Waller, this is Being Human. I hope you've enjoyed listening, and please listen again. And don't forget to subscribe and like and share.